Hi, everybody. Once again, we want to welcome you back to the 41st U.S. Open 9-Ball Championships, coming to you from the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel here in Norfolk, Virginia. This is our third match of the afternoon session, and this will conclude the afternoon programming, and we'll resume again at 6:30 tonight with the evening session. We have one lost side action for you coming up here momentarily. Before I introduce the players, I want to once again acknowledge our three signature sponsors, Aramuth, Simonis, and Diamond, for their ongoing support of the U.S. Open 9-Ball Championships, and also, once again, our host here at the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside for the second year, and we hope for many more to come. And a special thank you to each and every one of you Accu-Stats customers and viewers out there around the world, and those of you all here watching live ringside. Thank you all for your support. Okay, our first player is from Brooklyn, New York. He's representing Gotham City Billiards and McDermott Cues. Would you kindly welcome George Rodriguez? Thank you. His opponent from New York, former Tri-State Tour champion, a strong player, always tough to beat. Please welcome Frankie Hernandez. Okay, gentlemen, go ahead and lag for the first break if you would. Race to 11, rack your own, 40-second shot clock, all ball fouls. It's now my honor to send it up to the booth to Hall of Famer Danny Diliberto and to USA Team Mosconi Cup captain Mark Wilson. Take it away, gentlemen.
Hello and welcome, everybody. We are high above the feature table here at the 41st U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. My name is Mark Wilson. Alongside me, Danny Diliberto. Danny, we got some New Yorkers going head-to-head here. How do you see this one?
Well, I don't really know Rodriguez. I know Hernandez a little bit. He's a tough player, but I don't know Rodriguez. He's from Brooklyn. You probably know more about him than I do, and you're from the Midwest.
Well, Rodriguez has been around for a long time. Solid New York veteran player. You got two journeymen going here. They play top talent all throughout the Northeast. This will be a hotly contested match. Both these guys well-rounded. Power breaks, good shot making, and they're both grinders, I would say, willing to battle.
Well, it should be interesting. It's rare right now, two guys from almost the same area.
Yeah.
We haven't had that. I mean, we've got half of the field is from foreign countries. That's something. Here we got two Americans from the same area playing. They're probably rivals.
Frankie Hernandez breaking. Made a legal break, although I think it's a dry break. Cue ball drifted down to the end rail.
He made nothing, and the 7 has got the one ball hooked. He can't see it.
I'd like to clarify the break rules. They're playing, you must break within a box that's 9 inches either side of the head spot. The 3 balls must go across the head string, and for each ball that you pocket, one less has to go across the head string to constitute a legal break.
Push out.
The 9 ball will be racked on the spot. George Rodriguez has declared a push out. We're using a 40-second shot clock with one extension. Race to 11. Winner breaks.
Well, he's got a bank if he wants to shoot it. I think position lays there, too.
Yeah, he's going to play safe here. He wants to get the cue ball underneath the 4. Oh, he fell well short of the mark on that.
And sold out a shot.
Could have hit it much thinner and gone. I think he should have gone 3-cushion route rather than 1-cushion route. He had something different in mind. It didn't work out. And George Rodriguez has a shot on the 1. It's kind of a shot to nothing, though. It'd be very hard to win from here, so you might lose, but you can't win. Danny recommends you don't play shots like that.
No. Don't shoot a shot where you can lose if you miss and not win if you make it. Simple enough. It's logical.
That really wasn't a strong enough defensive play, though, given the circumstance. You could have gone a little bit more aggressive there.
Well, the balls are getting more tied up. It's a combination, though, if you happen to make the 1.
He had improved the 2 ball. But
Yeah.
what can George do with the 1? That's
Well,
a good
he hit it.
Yeah, if he doesn't scratch, that's a real good shot. Excellent shot. That's a tricky hit here. He's thinking about just taking a foul and tying up the 2.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just roll the 2 onto the rail. Well, he's going to tie it up with this. He could have done it differently. Oh, he's getting the worst of this.
Well, yeah, he didn't do a good job. And
no, he opened the 2.
You know, that's a point. You're not going to do much, but he didn't go through his usual structured pre-shot routine, but he took it for granted and was a little bit sloppy, and then this is the result. And to me, as a pro, that's embarrassing. Now, failing on the shot, that happens, but to use a sloppy approach and fail, that's unacceptable.
Well, this is no bargain either. Gotta try to go 2 rails, I guess, to the 4 on the side. Oh, he made it.
Made a nice shot.
Well, you got a little bit thin on the ball. Let me see if he can make it. I guess he could. Is the 9 in the way?
Well, we're going to have to rely on his body language here because I can't tell.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to run out.
Yeah, it looks like he can make it. Our vantage point is on the racking end of the table, and we're pretty high above, and so sometimes the angles are not quite as apparent to us as they would be if you were table side. He clearly thinks he can make it no problem, so he clearly probably has plenty of room, which he does. Nice shot.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good here.
George Rodriguez drifts the cue ball over on the 7.
And he's playing pretty fast, which I like. This is going to be a good shot.
Perfect speed. Our opening rack. 9 ball, mid-range. Been a very clean run out so far. And with ball in hand, George Rodriguez takes the initial lead, 1-0. Frankie Hernandez has to pay for a sloppy intentional foul.
Yeah, he didn't do the right thing for sure. And he finds himself behind 1-0. Race to 11.
George breaks and leads 1-0.
Okay, here we go. Rack number 2 about to get underway. Rodriguez breaking from the extreme edge of the box.
He breaks them pretty hard.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can make a ball because you're hitting them hard.
Well, I kind of visualize the cue ball coming up behind the 4 and bumping in lightly to the 7.
No doubt about it. That's what he's going to try to do. Oh, he did it pretty well, too.
Yeah, good shot.
People acknowledge it.
Now he's got Frankie in a spot where he's just got to try to avoid taking a foul unless he decides that the best course of action is to take an intentional foul.
Tie a ball up.
Yep.
You know, you're not going to get the best of this, I don't think. Yeah, he should have tied the ball up. They don't like to tie balls up.
Well, he was in behind the 4. It
I
wasn't
know,
easy.
But he could have still banked the 7 out in front of the 4.
I don't think he had that. He was up on the 4. Maybe he did. If he did, then yeah.
I think he did. Well, anyway, back to the story. They don't like to tie balls up.
When you kick at it that way and you had to go topspin because you're kind of over the 4, you're not going to get much separation, even if you impact it. So the likelihood that you come out on top of that deal is so rare that, like Danny's saying, maybe your best course of action is to take a foul.
Right. He
Rodriguez.
took a foul anyway, and no balls are tied up.
Right.
He's let the guy work a little bit. You know, the hit was pretty tough.
Yeah, that's right. Rodriguez got kind of a tricky little layout. He got an angle on the 4 here, so he can get around, but you got to power up, and that pocket plays very narrow when you power up on this.
Well, he's got a pretty good angle, though, so I think he'll get the distance off the cue ball. Don't get snookered by the 9. Don't get snookered by the 9. No, he didn't shoot hard enough anyway. He didn't even have a chance to get snookered by the...
No, it was pretty flat. He powered up, and then but he hit the fat part of the pocket too. He could have hit the heart of the pocket, and he got another, but that would have only put him behind the 9 as opposed to be able to hit the 6. So,
well, is he going to try to snip this in?
I don't know if it's.
Looks like he's winding up to shoot.
Well, you know he's offensive minded.
I think he's shooting. And making it.
You called it, Danny.
But he didn't get position. Position was tricky. Now he's going to play safe. No, he isn't. He's going to bank it cross-side. What do you do with the 8 now?
I think you just rub it and try to put the cue ball down behind the 9, one cushion. Because you can move the 8 further away from the table. If you don't get behind the 9, it's still a tough bank shot. He's going to look at it both ways, but I think he's going to end up coming to the long rail first as opposed to the short rail first. No, he might be in behind here on the overhead. I can see that it's not quite laying right. It doesn't appear to come one rail down.
I think he wants to shoot the ball on the side. Really, I don't think he's thinking of a safe.
Well,
he's going to shoot the ball.
This is super offensive-minded then.
Extension.
I think he's overcutting it.
Well, when they're close like that, they tend to hit fat. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't cut it enough.
Well, that was a terrible shot.
But look, he got distance.
No, he wasn't trying to get distance.
I know he wasn't. He was trying to make it inside.
He wouldn't have had a good shot on the 9 if he did make that. You know, that was just desperation. And I'm not being critical of him. Just the decision.
It was a bad decision, pal. He did have your shot. Pin it.
Nice shot there by Frankie Hernandez from way downtown after committing 2 fouls in the first 2 racks. Good shot there. 1-1 is our score. That was just hyper aggressive, was it not?
I don't know what he was thinking. He just wanted to shoot every ball. He didn't even think of your shot. He could have fanned the 8 and left distance. He tried to make it in the side, which was a very tough shot.
And it's a hero shot, but then you don't even win with it for sure because you'd had to make the 9 from.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost scratched that many rails back in the corner too, doing it.
And like you say, if he had made it, he would have had a tough shot on the 9. You don't shoot a tough shot to get a tough shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not how you play. This game is more cerebral than people think.
Suppose that he was 50-50 to make it in the side pocket, or yeah, the side pocket, which I don't know that he is 50-50 because you saw he missed it by a fair bit. You can't play a 50-50 to get to a 50-50 9-ball, which is what he had, because that's 1 out of 4 at that point. And if you like those odds, see me after this match.
Yeah, you're right.
No, big break there, Hernandez. Clearly.
Yeah, harder than the 9 was going.
And the 1 hung up, but I don't know. Frankie's blocked.
He did.
This is rough here. You make a good break, and then you come to the table. I don't think there's a jump, but I think he's almost got a kick for it right now.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I mean, it's... Wow, that's rough. Very easy to scratch if you hit the 1. Very easy to not hit the 1.
Yeah, that ball's in deep.
That's rough.
And you're right. If he hits it good, he might scratch.
He's considering trying to jump. It looks like he'd have to get over the 2, and then maybe
he's got to get over a few balls.
Yeah, the 6 looks to be in the way. No, he's content. He can maybe hit the thin side of the 1 straight at it. But boy, he's got to get that cue ball up in a hurry. It's only about 8 inches apart from the 2 ball.
Yeah, this is kind of silly. Wow, not so silly.
Oh, man. That's heartbreaking luck there. He made a great break. Did not get much of a
he made a good jump shot there.
Made a great shot.
But that's a case of you turn the cue ball loose, it will find a pocket a lot of times. You know, there was no control there. You're just trying to survive making the ball.
Yeah, any shot that makes the ball, even if you follow it in there, we can't fault that. That was a heck of a shot he made. But like Danny's saying, that when it gets loose, it's just like a magnet a lot of times. It finds the pocket. Great break and great shot, yet he's going to get punished.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, that's true.
Well, I don't know if he can, I don't even know if drawing the ball gets it.
Oh, yeah, he's fine. He's just going to draw back.
Yeah.
Perfect position. Rodriguez will take a 2-1 lead if he connects on the 9. Part of the pocket swish, Rodriguez 2, Hernandez 1. Race to 11, winner break format. That's the way I always remember the U.S. Open being played over the years. Earlier today, went to Q Master Billiards. Alex Baguline, and they're practicing in preparation for tonight's match. Alan Hopkins was there. Had a pretty good bevy of people just using the pool room, the regular part of the pool room. Great tables, 75 tables in one room, Danny.
Right.
It's been
How
a while.
many bars? Maybe 3?
No, I didn't count them. I went right to Luther last. They have the Wimpy room. That's the tournament room. I went right back there when I got there. That's kind of the pro player domain. Scratch on the break. So Hernandez comes to the table with a nice layout.
Yeah, well, the 2 to the 3 is the only little problem.
Alex was his cheerful self, as you might suspect.
Oh, always. Always.
Laughing, playing good too. Oh boy,
Well,
that's another
does.
always. That's another always. Yes. Cruises the cue ball down. Now he's
he got an angle.
Yep, perfect one-rail position here. I don't think the shot clock's going to come into play much in this match.
No, they both play pretty fast.
And they both seem a little reluctant to want to play safe, too. I think this is the typical hyper-aggressive New Yorker style in life and pool. All right. I think they think maybe 40 seconds for the whole rack as opposed to per shot, Danny.
Right.
2-2 is our score.
But anyway, you like hearing trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Norfolk, in the 40s, they had a guy named Salinas that was a numbers racket guy, and he would come into pool room and wheel the money in a wheelbarrow and gamble. They did games. A lot of pool players became millionaires from those days. The Janskos made a ton.
From playing out here in Norfolk?
From Norfolk, yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know this at all.
Yeah. Yeah, a few millionaires.
Well, when a guy brings a wheelbarrow full of money, that does inspire you to want to play him at least, you know.
Oh, yeah, they were doing things you can't believe. Marcel Camp told me all the stories. You know, they bet $10,000 on gimmick games.
7-ball on the wing, Hernandez breaking.
It went in.
These guys both have powerful breaks.
Yeah, they do.
One ball's a shot.
There was a guy named Proposition Cy Frankel. He wound up living in Miami, but he made millions there too. You never heard of Proposition Cy?
I never did.
No. The Janskos, who had the Johnson City tournament, they became wealthy. That's how they started in Johnson City.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, he rushed that bad stroke.
Danny, were you around or you just heard those stories?
No, Marcel Camp told me all. I wasn't around.
I see.
In the 40s.
Well, I didn't know exactly. But, yeah, that would be an interesting time.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, pool players became millionaires, and they held on to it, some of them.
Well, then they weren't real pool players. Any pool player that hangs on to money.
I don't know about that. I know I wouldn't have held the money. You know, I've made a lot of money. I don't know where it went, but I don't have it.
Well, we got two journeyman players here slugging it out. This is wide open offense.
Well, this could have been a little better, I think, but he's all right.
Good shot there. Rodriguez 3, Hernandez 2.
And you know, you heard of Titanic Thompson.
I did.
He was around in those days, and he made a ton of money, and he had moves. You know, they had more money, the pool players, and they gambled at anything. Titanic Thompson went out in the country and got a watermelon farmer to load the truck and said, come by the hotel in Norfolk tomorrow morning at 10. And he had like 3 or 4 pool players put up $10,000 each, and guess how many watermelons were on the truck? Ty already knew how many because he paid them. Anyway, he won that bet.
Wonder if he. I wonder what he would have done if somebody had guessed the right number.
Well, it would have been a tie. They would have split anyway.
Oh, he would have guessed the same number. Okay.
Yeah. But I believe he guessed one off. You know, he didn't come with the exact number. He didn't want to wake everybody up.
Yeah. Well, that was a good break. A legal break. But
And
a
a
dry
snooker.
break. Yeah, a dry break, too. So.
Push outs.
They're sure breaking them hard, but they're
Yeah.
not getting any results. So I'm a believer in the break is just a luck shot anyway. And now they're hitting them so hard. Everybody thinks you hit them hard, you break them good, but they aren't making any balls. And they sure are breaking them hard.
Both players very solidly built physical specimens and
Yeah.
capable of hitting the rack mighty hard. We've seen a lot of stellar pool this week. Ralph Souquet has,
You know, we're going to see some more, too.
yeah. Well,
We're
Frankie's
going to see the jump.
pushed out to a jump shot.
Yeah.
George does not exert himself to get out of his chair. He just tells him go ahead and shoot.
Well, in the days when they played push on every shot, Billy and Cardona went with Mike Siegel to play Earl Strickland in South Carolina, and they had to quit because Earl was pushing to a jump shot, and Siegel couldn't shoot it, and he couldn't let him shoot it, and he lost. You know, Earl jumped real well, and he was tough to beat there. Oh, what are we going to see here?
Well, I think you're going to have to just try to play safe, which is kind of everything that George Rodriguez is not about.
Oh, harder, he would have made the 9.
He made the 1. Yeah. So that was actually a good shot because that could have turned out if the 1 doesn't go in, he's still in a good
He
spot.
snookered him, yeah. Was a good shot all the way around.
And you say, well, Markey was kind of lucky he landed heavy on the 9 ball. He didn't have a whole lot to work with there. That was a very good safety. He had to cross the cue ball over the 1.
Oh, that one trickled in. He's not going to need the bridge.
No. Hard to fault him, though. That was a hard shot.
Was
Long
a real
range.
good shot.
Yeah.
He's got another one coming. Now, does the 4 go by the 7?
He went down and looked at it. So.
Well, it goes in all the corners. Except this is a tough, long shot. No problem.
Boy, very good. Head stayed still. He was pretty smooth. It certainly doesn't mean that you make the ball, but it contributes to consistency, which translates to accuracy.
Right, that's what I tell everybody. It's not a cure-all because you came with a good stroke.
Just it helps, it improves your consistency is all.
It gives you a chance to make it.
A lot of the bad strokes make balls too.
You're right. Well, he's got a great angle here to get to the 6.
Yeah, he can play.
Was he looking to play the 9?
I don't know. We'll tell if he's drawing it. We know. Yeah.
He's playing the 9.
Don't blame him. He went and looked at it and likes it, so he figures he's going to make it.
Well, let's see if he likes it after the rack is over.
Well, I think he is. I think he's going to love it.
Yep.
This is a very entertaining brand of 9 ball right here. This
Sure is.
You got to get up and shoot. They're gonna be the first match done, I think, at this rate, and it might even go hill. Yeah, you got to have fun. Life's too short.
Well, right now it doesn't seem short to me. I'm 81. It seems like forever. Really, everybody says life's too short. It hasn't been short for me.
It's not that life's so short. It's that death is so long, Danny.
We don't know that either.
That's true. Yeah, all right. You are a contrarian, aren't you? But we don't know.
We don't.
Rack 7, George breaks.
I hope I come back as a great pool player.
Yeah.
And by then, the Pro Tour is existing, and you can actually create a living from it. Back to the match. 4-2's our score. Rodriguez crushes him once again. Legal break. Is he going to get a shot? No. He's disappointed too.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a bank.
No, a moment of exasperation, but he does have a safety. He's close range.
Pretty good safe. Yeah.
Get some distance here.
Anyway, some pool players are going to come back as a dump truck. Oh, he's going on the inside of it? I don't understand that one. Do you? He's got distance. He made him work here.
He's played a couple unconventional shots, and yeah, I wouldn't be wild about tempting Frankie Hernandez.
You can't shoot this.
No, Frankie is.
If you're gonna shoot it, you gotta bank it cross corner. You can't shoot it right in. You're never getting to the 2.
Yeah.
Bank it cross corner. You got a chance to go upstream and get to the 2 if you're going to shoot it.
He's jacking up. He's doing something with power.
Yeah, he's trying to shoot it.
Boy,
bad idea.
He didn't hit it bad though for how hard that shot was.
He got position too, but he sold out too.
Yeah.
It was a bad idea. You know it was.
No. I'm not saying it was a good idea. I'm saying he hit it pretty good for how hard it was. That was.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. Well, look at what you've given up now. You're not certain you're going to win with that, but you could lose.
Well, right now, Rodriguez looks the cooler of the 2.
He's got some momentum going. That's
sure
for sure.
Does. I guess he does. He's won, what, 3 in a row now?
Both these guys are shooters, though.
Well, one of them's going to be packing their bags. Good hit. Might have snookered himself. No, he's got a perfect angle.
That was well played.
It was. Another good shot.
Just a little bit of draw here. Very routine 9-ball now. Solid run out there. That expands the lead, 5 games to 3. Super tough field here, Danny.
Oh, no doubt about it.
You couldn't even begin to pick somebody you think's going to win.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's so balanced.
There's another guy I never heard of. His name is O.I. You know him?
I saw who he beat.
Yeah, he won 11-0. But anyway, there's our friend Don Wardell, a real student of the game, but in this match, all he'll learn is what not to do.
Well, not as far as straight shooting and offense. They've been playing well. It's just that they don't have a propensity towards offense. And they didn't come to Norfolk to play safe. It's very evident.
Made nothing. Made noise. Was a legal break, but he made noise. And he left an angle on the 1 to go to the 2. Which he did.
Did you play Frankie in the past?
I'll tell you later.
Oh. That means yes for everybody at home.
No,
and it was a bad result.
It means worse than that.
Oh, it's all right.
I do the commentary. Doesn't matter what I think of the players. I'm not biased. I try to do a good job and talk about the game the way it is. I don't pull against anybody.
And here it is, the Predator bridge. They call it a rest, much like in snooker.
Oh, he's going to get him fair and square here.
Good shot there. I really like that bridge, Danny. I don't know if you've picked it up yet.
I haven't, no.
It's slender and light and wieldy, and then it's got all the different heights there, so you can hit draw or follow. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Just wanted to point that out.
No important thing. I mean, I'll tell you a story when the match is over. I know you like stories.
George has to kick, warped it in there with a little backspin.
Warped his wallet.
I have to avoid the 8 here.
He hit the 8, but it doesn't matter. He even made the 8 a little better, I think.
I misspoke. You don't have to avoid the 8 there. You hit it on the right side. All right, very up-tempo, fast break-type offense here on display. Hernandez now picked up a game. He trails in the match, 3-5. Looking out here in the crowd, I see Hawaiian Brian Hashimoto. You know him,
He is
right?
here?
He's in the white hat.
Oh, he was a great player, but he had a heart attack sometime, and he didn't play anymore. Is he in this tournament, or did he play in it?
No, I think he's here with Rodney, to tell you the truth.
Oh, yeah, probably. Both Hawaiians.
Rodney Morris is who we refer to.
And he's talking about Brian Hashimoto, and his nickname was Hawaiian Brian. Real gentleman.
Yeah, good money player, had a hard break. He played on the Pro Tour for a lot of years. We all played together at various times. One time, Pat Fleming, him, and myself were all going out to Chinatown in San Francisco. I was living in Wisconsin. And we met on the corner. I had no jacket on. Pat Fleming had a light windbreaker, and Brian Hashimoto had a heavy winter leather coat. We all felt comfortable.
Well, he made the ball on the side and the cue ball in the corner. You can't do that, folks. You don't want to make the cue ball.
Rodriguez playing on the community TPA at a 936 clip. That's pretty sound.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, he's playing better in the match than he did practicing, you know, so I didn't have any idea what I was going to see, but he's playing pretty good here.
These guys are power strokers, and these type guys, sometimes when they warm up, they're more like testing the table and opening up the stroke, and so if they miss a few balls, that's just part of the price of loosening up and getting ready to play. Then they settle into the match, and like you said, you know they have history, being both from New York. They played each other many, many times. They play almost parallel styles.
You're right.
So it makes for an interesting match.
Like you say, they're both well built. Yeah, he's shooting pretty good now.
It's really interesting when you see the power 9-ball style, and then you watch players like Ko-Pin Chung, like we saw yesterday. He's just 90 pounds, and every ball is shot.
Look, he missed that.
Soft, yeah.
Oh, well, I got him just when I said he's playing good.
Well, he's still playing good.
Well, he really played kind of bad position there. I mean,
he did, yeah.
You know, it still should have made it, but better position, you couldn't miss it.
Well, he only missed that because he was worried about the 4-ball. The 6-ball, whichever ball was, yeah, the 6-ball, he was trying to bump that loose or wondering where it was going to be.
Well, he's got some work to do right here. Is he going to hit the 8 right on the nose? Oh, look at great position.
Good shot there. All right, and there you go. Frankie Hernandez expeditiously takes advantage of that miss. Runs out. Trails in the match 4-5.
Frankie breaks. 5-4. George.
Hernandez now to the edge of the box. 8-ball on the wing. Ball sifting in. 8-2 on the break.
Well, it's an extreme angle, but he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball if he makes it in the side.
It looks like he's trying to play safe or think about it, but
right. There's a bad angle here.
Right. It's not very easy to play safe behind the 5 here. You need just another inch or so. He recognized that and just played the 1 ball together.
Pretty good save.
It sure was. That was a good shot from where he was at, and that was easy to mess that up. Nope. George is going to kick at this, and it looks like he has to make a little bit of the angle here.
He's going to come close to making it.
Wow.
That's close.
Good call, Danny.
Okay, where does the 2 go?
Cross side, or can he make it in the side? I don't know.
Well, it's another extreme angle. I mean, the thing is, you don't have to shoot hard to play position, but it's a tough shot.
I think he can play it straight in the side. It's not an easy shot, though.
Well, good thing you don't have to do anything with the cue ball.
Well, you wouldn't take it on if you did. That's too. I mean, it's barely. You can barely roll it in, and that requires a perfect hit.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it.
I think he's going safe, and this is a good judgment here. He's going to try to put the cue ball way down below the object ball here.
Good idea. I didn't think he was going to make the two if he shot it.
Mm-hmm.
And neither did he. Therefore, he made this shot, which is a good idea.
Good hit.
Might have made it. You're clapping. He's safe.
Well, I mean, he was gonna, if it hangs, he was going to lose. So worked out good. That's not a bad effort.
No, it isn't. It's a good effort. Oh, he hit the paint. Good shot.
Real good shot. So Rodriguez now has the upper hand with the distribution of the balls. Couple good safeties so far. Yeah, he got those balls are just awkward every way you want to kick at it. Frankie's kind of wanting to go at it 2 cushions. He's trying to measure up. He'd have to hit just before the side pocket.
Good hit.
Well, he was able to hit just past the side pocket, make a hit, and that's
He snookered him.
a good turn of events. Frankie Hernandez. Now George Rodriguez is going to have to make some magic happen here. Undecided, going to use his extension. A relative rarity in this match.
Oh, I know he's going to hit this.
Good effort. Nice speed. It was well played. He could have made it and succeeded and got a shot, and he was able to play safe from it.
Snookered him.
And had he not snookered him, it would have been long and tough.
Yep.
Frankie comes to the table with his jump cue in hand. Good solid hit. He's going to be rewarded too.
Yeah, he is. He's got a 2-rail kick now. Pretty big ball. I like to tell everybody, when you're kicking at a ball like this, you got a 7-inch target.
Yeah, you got almost a ball's width either side of the object ball.
Right. Not a bad hit here. I mean, you know, you got to bet even money you hit it. No English, 2 rails. No, he's going to spin it 1 rail. Oh, that's a sellout.
Well, you don't know where it's going to go. He made a good shot to get a hit. So, like you say, it was a sellout, but he did all he could do with that shot. Or do you think he should have for sure gone 2 cushions?
2 cushion, I think he would have got the better of it.
Mm-hmm. Had a little better yield.
We'll never know, will we?
Well, you know. You've played a lot of pool. That's what we have you here for,
I would have
Danny.
shot 2. Well, thank you. I would have shot at 2 rails. You had a better chance to make it. Something happened.
You didn't think we had you up here for your flowery disposition, did you?
I've hardly been called flowery.
Well, then, so we need your expertise.
Yeah. I like giving it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
To get a lot of knowledge, you had to get a lot of suffering.
Yeah. That ties our score up at 5 apiece.
Yeah, folks, we got a lot of great matches coming. One of the greatest fields I ever saw.
Yeah, it has to be. Every year it gets better. The performances of the players gets better. The fields get more dense with top players. You see them bring honed skills another year on. Every year I think, well, next year they can't surely play this well or any better.
Yeah, they keep doing it.
They do.
And this is 148 player field.
$1,000 entry fee.
Yeah.
Hernandez breaking.
Once again.
It's a legal break.
They keep whacking them and nothing goes. I think you got to take a little bit off, but at least try it, right?
Well, with the rules as such,
Yeah,
I mean,
you still could hit it a lot softer and still get 3 balls past the head string.
Mm-hmm.
You got to try something. You're not making balls on the break, hitting them hard. Well, he missed that shot, but not by far.
Got a little wristy with it. He turned his wrist coming through there. I was looking right down the back end of it.
And I think all he left is a rail first. But pretty easy shot.
That was all Frankie could really reasonably do with that, which meant that he was going to be shooting to a position to play safe from.
Good hit.
That was.
Good hit.
That was kind of your snooker safe that you oftentimes mentioned as an effective play.
It is a great safe. And the main part of it is to get the distance. If you don't snooker the guy, he doesn't have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he did that. And we have a race to 6 now, pretty even match.
Big target here. You can hit 1 or 2 cushions.
He's going to hit it. He's going to make it. It's not going to reach. It's just not going to reach.
Yeah, look at the cue ball settled in behind the 3. It would have been a good shot had he made it. Frankie grabs his jump cue. This one you got to be a little careful it doesn't bounce off the table, right? If you're not going to be hitting much of the 2.
Well, he got snookered. He made the ball and got snookered.
Well, I got to tell you, Frankie has not been blessed with a lot of good fortune in this match. He's jumping to go rail first. That's what he's considering. Yeah, he thinks better of that.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do that. He could kick the right of the 5. Well, he's looking at where he wants to jump and hit.
No, rail first. I think he's going to go rail first.
Oh, I hope so. Don't have to jump this time.
Yeah, half masse.
Sell out.
But it could have turned out good. And he hit it just a hair thinner. He could have even got safe with it if he missed the shot.
Well, you have something you could do with the 4?
George is shaking his head side to side as if to say, how did that 5 get lodged up on that 4 so I can't make it?
I stick the ball and then shoot the 9.
Could do that.
Well, he opened them up. I don't know if he has a shot.
Yeah, he's going to have a kick, I think.
Yeah. He has a kick, and he'll hit it. Good speed. He left a cut, but I don't think Frankie's going to be shooting that. Oh, he is shooting at it. I was wrong again.
Great shot.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of position, too. I think it goes right up the corner.
No, he's safe.
No, he played safe. He goes in the corner, I said.
Frankie has not been blessed with any good fortune here. And he had to be mindful that that could happen, but still, no, you couldn't make it happen if you tried to. 5-5 is our score. Frankie's really...
He's feeling hard luck.
Yeah, he should be. He's been snake bit throughout the match. Powered it through the 8. Man. Rodriguez takes a 1-game advantage. 6-5. 871 on a Kamui TPA versus 800 for Frankie Hernandez.
871 is respectable.
Oh, darn sure right. Couple better safeties and maybe not taking quite a while to shot at the initial 8 ball, and that figures much higher. We always talk about it, but it's still important. The playing conditions here, world class. Beautiful arena. Diamond table, Simonis cloth.
Yeah, that's a pretty table.
Track 12, George breaks, he leads 6-5.
It is. My friend Doc, he was really admiring the table, how beautiful he thought it was.
Yeah, it is a beautiful table.
Illegal break, Frankie, your option. 1 ball down, 1 in the kitchen.
It's an illegal break. That's the first time we have the opportunity to explain it. There is no push shot option now, but Frankie has the option to play or put in George, make George play from here, which he would not do because he has direct access to the 1.
Yeah, the balls are sitting tough. You're not going to run out with ball in hand.
Oh boy, I don't think that's exactly what he wanted to have happen. George is going to grab his break cue or jump cue.
Well, I don't see much good happening here. Jumping, hitting the 1, making it. Look at the balls, the way they're tied up. You know, if he makes it, he's not going to have a shot on the 2 anyway. but he's got to do it in self-defense.
Yeah, if this comes off the 1 and breaks open the 4, I think you'll really be at a disadvantage. It didn't. That's going to be a great shot. Wow.
Well, I think he's got an angle to shoot it in the corner, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he could even go after the 4 here with the cue ball,
Yeah.
maybe. He might have a little bit of an angle. If not, he can defend himself because he's so close to the 2. He can play safe from here if he wanted to.
You mean off this ball? No, you mean off the next ball.
No, I mean, yeah, either way. Either way.
Well, it's no
He's
good.
going after it.
Well, he hit it. He might have made it dead. I think the 7 is dead. He's looking at it.
He might have to throw it just a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, good camera work there. We can see they're real close to frozen. Now, this still requires some judgment, though, to throw that in.
Yeah, but then how do you get position?
Look at this angle, yeah. I think if you go rail first, Danny, you can get on the inside of that 4 with a little bit of left English and have the cue ball hit the rail. But it still requires perfect execution and good judgment at the same time.
It all sounds good, but you're not going to get position. He knew it.
Well, he left a shot, Frankie, but there's not much he can get on the 5 from this range.
Well, he made the ball, and he scratched off of the 7.
He made a great shot, but it was not a winning play anyway because he would have had a hard time playing safe on the 5 from the way down table.
Yeah, Hernandez might be behind 2 games again. I would have to venture a guess and say Rodriguez gets out.
Very straight shooters, though, both of them. They give up a little bit on the defensive and tactical side, but they make up for it with some very pure shot making and power breaks. That's very typical of American pool. Our score now, Jorge Rodriguez 7, Frankie Hernandez 5. Rodriguez playing at an 851 clip. 861. Do you personally use any of the Kamui brand products, Danny?
I use the chalk. I love the chalk.
They've been around and very involved in pro pool, which certainly furthers my interest in applying their products. Simonis, much the same. They're always there for you.
Thing about Kamui chalk, you might run the whole rack without chalking up.
Rack 13, George Brooks, 75.
Rodriguez set to break. 5-ball on the wing. 5-ball found the range on the pocket.
Was a legal break.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty good layout.
Oh, he sure does. Checked it up with some inside spin. Hit that good.
Good shot.
You know, both players are very fundamentally sound players, too, when you look at their technique. Very similar, very powerful strokes, but yet compact swings. See much wild, extraneous movement. Rodriguez with his first break and run out of the match. 3-game lead now at 8-5. Danny, looking back over the years, who would you say would be the toughest 3 players that you ever had to play against? Not who you beat, but just who would you think was maybe the toughest guys you was ever around?
I had trouble with the slow players. I mean, Nick Barnard's a great player. I've had trouble with him.
But I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about who do you think the 3 best players you ever were involved with that you witnessed personally, you know, all the way back to Johnson City days.
Yeah, I got to say Harold Worst, Lassiter, and Balsas. And straight pool, Crane, no doubt about it. I think Crane is the best straight pool player ever. Yeah, you didn't...
I didn't specify, no. Where does Reyes fall in that? Is he in the top 5 then?
Sure he is.
Yeah.
I know he's your hero.
No, I'm just curious. It's your opinion.
I know, but I have trouble. Well, I don't want to go because it becomes boasting. You know, I have trouble rating players as the best that I beat all the time. You know, like Lassiter. You know, they like to talk about him. I had a great record against him. So I have trouble calling him the best. Yet he learned how to play straight pool. You know, he wasn't a straight pool player, but in the end he was.
Rodriguez made a
know
ball
what's
on the
going to
break.
happen there. Perfect.
Well, he's a shot maker. We know he's not going to play safe. He's going down in the corner, and I think just got to be mindful to not collide into the 7. And if he does collide into the 7, then he's going to have to hope for good fortune.
I think Lassiter was the best 9-ball player I ever saw.
Well, that was handled well. Luther Lassiter, okay.
Crane was the best straight pool player I ever saw.
Where does Siegel stack up in Buddy Hall?
Oh, he was a great player, both of those guys. Siegel was my good friend and a great player, but I think he quit too soon. So I have trouble rating him because of that. Buddy Hall, if you wanted to watch 9-ball played right, watch Buddy Hall. He played it just the way you were supposed to. You know, he fell on the right side of the ball all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Great player.
Well, George Rodriguez is a little disappointed, but he even hit the pocket heavy, so his speed was way off then.
I think he's got rail first, no problem.
He does too, but I'm just saying he was disappointed. Good shot. Good shot.
Now there's the problem.
Yeah, he's going to have to make a great shot, and this is one of those that the psychological aspect of not being in the right place makes it tougher than if Frankie would have left this for him.
It's like you said yesterday. That's exactly what you said. When you leave yourself this versus your opponent leaving it, it's much tougher, but no problem.
No.
Right? Much tougher when you leave yourself that
Both of these guys are tough-minded, and then now he's going to have to shoot quite a sequence of these. And this is the one that will buckle your good form. So we'll see if he stays down and gets smooth on his backswing.
I think this one's easier than the 7. He just shot in.
But the 7 depleted some of your focus, too.
He overcut it.
It's a hard shot.
Very hard. Especially when you had another one before that. It works on your nerves.
He was on the verge of breaking and running out here, and he hates to give that back because now he's giving back a cheap game here. So kind of negates that, but he'll still be in front.
Yep.
Leading by 2 games. Score now 8-6. I suppose, in different eras and different periods of time, but you'd have to put, Buddy Hall and Mike Siegel as some of the toughest that you ever played. And you'd have to put...
No doubt about it.
Or were around. Jim Rimpey has to fall in there. He had the misfortune to play when Hall and Siegel were at the top of the sport, and so we don't really talk about him. But in a different era, he would have been a top name.
And don't forget Ed Kelly.
Now, see, that was a name before my time, so I didn't...
Ed Kelly played all around good as anybody. He was another one, maybe not the best in any of the games, but great in all of them.
Here we get our Kamui TPA right here. 78-43 is the ball disparity there. That's a big number of difference. It's awfully hard to beat somebody that pockets that many more balls than you do in a match. 867. Nice clip. That's above pro status.
And look what Varner did. He won 8 out of 11 tournaments, one streak. You know how tough that is?
Oh, incredible. Incredible period of time. Right in the middle of that streak, he was playing Dallas West a match. It was tied at 5, raced to 11 in Memphis. He broke as hard as he could, missed the entire cue ball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and nobody in the audience laughed until he started to chuckle a little bit, and then they started to chuckle, and then it ended up being hilarious, and it was about 5 minutes of uproarious laughter. And Varner, it was kind of embarrassing. The greatest player in the game has missed the entire cue ball, and he swung hard enough it looked like it hurt his arm. And he leaned back against the table, and 5 minutes later collected himself and broke and ran out.
Varner won the national 8-ball title. He was from Purdue. He played in college. He was very educated, too. Varner's a smart guy. And he played pretty good golf.
Very pleasant guy. Gives back to the sport.
Right.
Even today.
Well, he got a little ill a few years back, and he didn't compete anymore. But like you say, great person, very intelligent, great player.
All around. He won 8 world championships in all different disciplines of the sport. I don't think there's anyone else that has that. He's got the world title at 8-ball, straight pool, 9-ball, 1 pocket, bank pool. I'm not even sure.
I never won bank pool, but I won the other ones.
Tough shot here, jacked up.
Oh, he'll make this. No, he won't. Well, he's had chances to, put this match away, and he's not doing it. Now he's going to only be 1 game ahead if Hernandez could run out.
Well, I don't think he has a straight-on look at this, does he? Or does he? Hard to tell. We'll know in a second. Doesn't appear that he does.
No, he doesn't.
Hey, that was a nice shot.
Yeah, pretty good.
He avoided the double kiss there, and that was in play.
I like talking about all the players because they live forever, if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was lucky enough to play them all, so I know them pretty thoroughly.
Good shot there. It's well documented that you don't have any love for Willie Mosconi, but did you play him?
There's stories. I'll tell you later.
The answer is yes or no.
The answer is not my fault. I didn't play him.
Okay.
But I still got stories about it.
Sure.
You might want to hear them.
Sure, I would, but we don't want to tempt the audience because.
No, I don't want to knock Mosconi. He's a great player, and the stories I got are going to knock him.
Well, then we'll just let that go. So you can just say yes, I did, or no, I didn't. I won't elaborate, but he did not play.
No, I played him, but there's circumstances involved.
Right.
In 1960, 61, I won the City of Buffalo straight pool title, and with the win, besides a trophy and money, you got to play Mosconi when he came to town. That was the deal. So Mosconi came to town, and I played him. And he wanted to play 200 points. And I was winning 156 to like 140 something, and I played a safe.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I looked, Mosconi went to the owner of the pool room. They both came over to me, and they said, no safes. So I had a kick at a three-railer, but the people came to see him. But he ran out after that, so I did play him.
Okay. Bad luck there for Frankie Hernandez. He kicked and made something happen from nothing. And scratched after he pocketed the ball.
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a few stories about, with me and Willie Mosconi. We were friends.
I'm all in. Rodriguez now has 9. Well, this match is trimming out just like we thought. A hard-fought, tough-minded battle of offensive juggernauts here.
Yep. Loud noise on the brakes.
Very much so.
The first time I saw Willie Mosconi, he came to Buffalo, and he played an afternoon and evening exhibition, and he ran 100 both times. And from that day on, I was playing good straight pool. It was like contagious what he did.
George Rodriguez breaks. Is the 6 ball going to find the pocket? No, it isn't. Is that a dry break, Danny, or did he make one? Unable to tell.
Doesn't matter. Look what happened with
3,
the 2.
6, 8. No, he made a ball.
He made a ball. It was legal. The 2 got tied up. Now, he might have a billiard 2-7, but I'm seeing is the 2 on the rail. Because if it is, you don't have a billiard. Because as soon as you hit it, it's going to bounce, and hit the cue ball again. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to try to hit him, I think. Not try, he did.
That's a good shot.
Very good.
Yeah, a little unlucky. Looks like he might be trying to super thin it in. No, safe. Thought he might be
A
trying
good
to
one,
hit it
too.
heavy off the 7, but it didn't feel it. Frankie can't believe his good luck to not scratch on that shot because everything else has gone wrong there. He shot right into the scratch by not hitting the 2-ball heavy enough, and this time it didn't scratch.
And he left the 2. Position is right there. Just got to make the 2. You got the 3.
Here's where I really think the arena should be slightly bigger. You can see the chairs slightly in the way. The cues were in the way. There was even just as little as 1 more foot all the way around, it would be better.
Good shot.
That was a solid shot.
And like I said, position is right there. If he makes it, he got a little wrong angle, I think, to get to the 5. Is that the 4?
No, it's the 5. You're correct.
It's the 5.
Mm-hmm. What?
No problem with that shot.
That was a good, solid shot there.
Powerful stroke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to force that and make that happen there, and he did so with tremendous accuracy.
Well, I don't think you have to gamble on missing the ball here. The 7's near the pocket, so whatever you do, don't miss because you're trying to get better on the 7. But he did anyway and made it. Well, that could have been bad. It is.
Yeah,
It is. What do you do now?
he's going to bank it, I think.
Or play safe.
Well, I think you can bank it at a speed that you might make it 2 cushions, and you might be able to use a 9 as a partial blocker should you get a little fortune.
I think it'd be tough to do both.
Yeah.
You do either or. You either bank all out on the 8 or play safe.
Well, can't you just make a stun shot? I'm not saying you're for sure getting safe. I'm just saying if you just use a center ball stop shot and bank it cross corner and hit it at a speed that it goes back across, maybe the 9 is a blocker.
Yeah. This is not a game you pay the rent on maybe.
No, but I'm just saying maybe that's as good a percentage shot as he has. Oh, he went
played it on the side.
Okay.
Sleep in the street shot. Well, it's a shame. He was getting on the hill. Forget that now. You know, that's bad playing not to get out where he was from.
All right, well, Frankie Hernandez takes advantage of that and pulls back a game. He's behind 7 games to 9. Breaking.
See, he hit the 8. Don't do it. I always say it.
He nicked the 9.
Yeah, he moved the balls.
Yeah.
Whenever the balls all go, don't hit them because you can only make them worse. And that's what happened there. And now he's in danger of losing the match. I mean, I know the other guy needs 3, but the guy right now has to be pumped up, getting a chance when he looked dead.
Yeah. Well, the other guy needs 4, but yes, you're right. He keeps him in the match when could have put a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
Breaks. 9-7 George.
Frankie Hernandez breaking 5 on the wing.
Oh, he made something.
Powerful strokes, boy.
Yeah, look at this. The one passes.
I don't know. I don't know if he can play that.
Well,
That two's hanging out just enough that it could be a problem, but he might play the combination. The 7 might help to keep it there. The other choice is he could play the
one off of the 2.
Yeah.
I don't think the 2 is going to go anywhere if he does that.
Ken Schumann's got his hands full here just moving the rack now. Look at this. 2 balls on the rack. Oh, that's good. All right.
Kenny's a hard worker.
He is. Oh, that was pretty efficiently done. Good job, Ken Schumann. Is he playing the combo? He's lining up the combo.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's playing the 2.
No bargain. No bargain, and he hit the 7 first. 7 was near the cushion, so it didn't glance. It just got double hit. Well, Rodriguez, you can get on the hill again here.
Yeah, the 4-ball mighty tricky to get position on.
It's going to be, you might have to play for a bank. And he could get straight in on it, go right at the 8. That is the 8, right?
Yes, by the 4 Danny's referring to.
Go right to the 8. Try to hit the 8. You get straight in on the 4.
I think it's thinner than you're thinking, though, on the 3. I'm not saying you can't do it, but the cue ball's going to have plenty of pace on it when it gets there. Oh, good call.
He did.
Good call, Danny. He had to land heavy on it because the cue ball was so hot, and then he got a double kiss that jacked him up over the 5.
It made everything a little tougher, but he made a good shot.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
But now he's got to make another good shot.
Yeah, these guys are incredible, powerful shot makers, too. This will be jacked down. This is super tough.
Well, if he happens to make it, he's going to be rewarded.
Oh, what a shot.
Great shot. He's going to be over the top.
Not again.
Look at him. He's looking up in the air. I don't blame him.
Oh, boy.
You know, you couldn't freeze on the 7 if you tried.
No.
Oh, what are you going to do now?
He couldn't have hit the other ball any purer either.
He did.
It went right down the rail.
That was a tough shot. Now he's got another tough one.
Oh, boy.
Wow. And remember, folks, we're playing fouls on everything. If he hits that 7, it's going to be a foul. Tough shot. Tough shot. Frankie doesn't have a bargain himself.
No, but he's delighted to come to the table. This is the exact shot I'm talking about. If you leave it for yourself, it plays so much tougher than if you come to the table like this and you got a chance to do something.
Tough shot.
He's playing safe. Oh, very good shot. Very good shot.
He needs 4 games. I think you had to shoot that one.
And then when he shot it and missed it, you would say he's shooting his wallet.
Right, I would say, yeah.
Either way.
Well,
Poor guy,
I
never had a
got
prayer.
to cover myself.
Oh.
What was that? He
Walked
climbed the rail.
Yeah.
And played safe. Look at this.
Well, he's got a long shot.
He's got a shot, but there's no bargains here.
No.
But once again, he's got a chance where he didn't.
Right, and that's all stems from that good safety. Boy, he's a pure shot maker. Oh, my goodness. Come on.
Look at this. They're both a little bit hard luck.
Yeah.
They're making great shots.
They are. Oh, now Frankie's got to get out of his jump cue. Oh, good effort.
Just missed it.
Good effort.
But he didn't lose his head.
Now he's left a cross-side bank.
Yeah. It is a little bit tricky, and position's going to be funny.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
If it were a straight in bank, then he could just follow it, but now he's got to cut it a hair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what he decides. Maybe play safe. He might be able to go behind the 8.
Well, he doesn't like to play safe. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
He might have made that had a cue ball and that double kissed it on 2 cushions.
Yeah, but, you know, forever there was a kiss.
Well, that was, he wasn't even playing on 2 rails anyway, so he was trying to make that 1.
Yeah, we're going to have an interesting match here.
It's been entertaining and interesting all the way through. 2 tough-minded players going toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. There's not many punches being blocked here. 98's our score. Hernandez will be breaking and trailing. Yeah, I must say I've enjoyed this immensely.
Oh, I mean, you love pool.
Well, I mean, this is a good match. There's some great shots being made.
Because it's competitive.
It reminds me
great
of
shots.
2 guys who just say, hey, what do you got here? And let's shoot it out. Not some guy trying to dance around if this was a boxing match. Fighters rather than boxers, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, who would you like in a boxing match here?
Oh, boy. I don't know.
I like Rodriguez.
All right. I'd never even considered that, to tell you the truth.
I do.
All right. Well.
What happened? Oh, the
made
cue
a ball.
ball didn't go.
It's a legal break.
He doesn't have an easy shot.
No. No, and
no position.
Right. It's a tough shot and a tough position.
Got to play safe here.
Under normal circumstances, that's what you'd say. He may choose to go high inside.
Oh, forget that.
I know. I don't know. I'm not
you got to
advocating
play
it.
safe. Well, he did what you said.
I didn't say it was the right shot. I'm just saying the shot that I thought he would play would be that shot.
He played it. You're right. He made it. It's a great shot. This match might have been destined to go hill-hill.
That's a good shot, too, because he had to do that with right-hand English.
Yep.
And he even
Good
hit
shot.
Yeah, it was, to avoid all that clutter.
Now you can get close to the 5.
This would be a great time for your first break and run out of the match, because it would tie it
He's
at
going to
9.
have it. It looks like, well, 7 to the 8 is not for sure, but I got to get the 2-rail position. Well, he doesn't want that.
He came about a foot short of where it really would have been much easier to play.
Funny stuff can happen now.
Oh, he was okay. Very good.
Good out.
It was. Solid veteran, making a solid out under pressure. Good break and run out there. 9-9's our score.
The people really appreciate it.
They should, because, you know, I remember when these guys were younger and they were always good shot makers and good breakers, but now they come to the match with a few more tools here. A little more finesse, a little more understanding.
Remember this, they were younger yesterday.
All right.
It doesn't mean anything. Just thought I'd say that.
Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say is they both have far more polish than what I ever remember them having. Frankie Hernandez has made 60 balls now. Those are brought to us by Kamui. Frankie's been successful on 5 out of 7 breaks, it says.
Yeah, I was talking to Greg Sullivan yesterday. He's one of our sponsors. Diamond does a lot for pool.
Sure does.
Kept pool alive with these tournaments.
Well, George didn't want to hit that ball, so he's going to leave Frankie a chance to play safe now, or a reasonable. He can have direct access to the one at least.
And Simona's cloth is the best cloth. I like it because you could hit a ball thin and it will travel. Some of the other cloths, the ball dies.
Yes, that's true. And I also like it because it plays great throughout its life from start to finish.
And it lasts longer than the other cloths. You know, people, it's a little more expensive, but in the long run, it's worth it.
Well, it's cheaper in the long run, yeah. Much better value. Oh, he didn't want to bump that too.
Yeah, no good.
He didn't sell out, but
well,
he also
sold out a bank, but the position's going to be tough. Yeah, you know, this is a pretty good bank. Except he cut the ball. Played a shot, that's a very good save.
Frankie's looking at 2 cushions here to hit the one. 9-9 is our score. Hernandez really has had the short end of the good fortunes here.
Well, you got to hit that ball. You know, you fought hard to get in the match. You got to hit that ball. Of course, no bargain to the 3. I think you got to shoot the 1 in the far side, try to get to the middle of the table and position on the 2. I mean, you got 2 balls you got to get around, but I think that's the best way to do it. See, I don't think drawing the ball has the speed, accuracy as going forward. See what I'm talking about, Mark? Shooting it in the other side with a high ball has got better speed than now drawing the ball. Well, he's going to run into the 7, isn't he?
Well, I mean, he played this. I guess he thinks he can draw between the 7 and 9. Oh, he's playing safe. That was a pre-planned safety. He played the 1 so he could get to this. And Frankie Hernandez is on 1 foul already, so he's just exploiting that advantage that he has. There's no sense trying to force something. He wasn't likely to get positioned on the 3. He took the jump out of play by keeping the 7 real close to the cue ball. Yeah, it's going to be a tough hit here. Two cushion hit. Good solid impact.
Very good hit, but he sold out.
Right, and that was the reward for tying him up like that, was that could dislodge things.
Made a great hit, but things didn't go too well.
That was a very stellar play.
Rodriguez is trying to get on the hill. He's been trying now for 3 hours, but I exaggerate, by the way.
It was well thought out, though, in this rack. That was pretty sophisticated.
Well, I don't see anything stopping him here, but I've said this before in life.
No, pool's so hard you can't just take things as foregone conclusions, because while the balls all go, a lot of things happen in between.
You're right. He got perfect on the 6. Got just the right angle to get good on the 7 now. This will be a good out at a time when he needed it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that nobody is leaving the arena.
10-9's our score in the Battle of New York City right here. George Rodriguez in the lead and breaking.
Rodriguez is from Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn was the 5th largest city in the country at one time.
Here's the balls pocketed, 105 to 60. That's a big disparity for the score to be this close.
You're right.
That's a rarity that you see it. There's a 45 ball advantage to Rodriguez. I generally say, you know, whoever makes the most total balls wins the match, but that's a big difference there.
20. There's breaking on the hill. Frankie has 9.
10-9, here we go. 6 ball on the wing. Is he going to get a shot? Yes, he is.
Well, he's got a chance to get out now. You know, get out now or forever hold your peace. Where does the 2 go, though? He's not going to play for the combination. Look at the 2. The 2 goes in the corner. And
goes well on the side, too. He can try to draw between the, one rail between the 2 and 5.
Well, it goes in both sides. Oh, he got to the side.
Oh, what a
That's
nice
a good shot.
That was.
Good shot.
Boy, that opened everything up now.
Yeah. He should get out now. I think he went a little too far there.
Well, I think he can play the 4 past the 7. I think he wanted to get out here, so he wouldn't have to deal with those clutter with the cue ball after he pockets the 4, where if he plays it in the other corner.
He got perfect.
Yeah, that was well played, and it's just from up here. Sometimes you don't see it, but you can see this was definitely planned. Oh, he's going to drift into the rail.
Yeah, the only thing can go wrong.
Anything but that. Even if he stopped it with the wrong angle, he could deal with it so much easier.
Now he's got to cheat the pocket a little to go on rail, which he did.
He's going to get on the rail again.
Oh, yeah. No, he's okay.
His heart's beating fast. I can tell his breathing rate is up there a little bit. There's no hurry here. Take your time. There's probably a little more at stake, too, you know, being that they have a history and they both play in New York. That was a good shot. Good, solid shot. Got a nice little angle with that.
Yeah, he's going to have a pretty good shot on the 9 if he makes the 8. And he did. I think this match is over. Big prediction. What's going on? Something in his pocket sharked him.
He had his wallet in there. And a nice break and run out to close out the match. And Danny, much like what we thought, that was just a hotly contested match. So on behalf of all of us at Accu-Stats, thank you and so long for just a while.
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the Zero Flex Point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.